And then I woke up a day later and it was on 3,000 views. And I thought, oh, this video is doing quite well. The next day, 17,000. Oh, this is growing quite a lot. The next day, like 50,000. And
Oh man.
there was then at the time there was days where I could load up YouTube Studio on my phone, and I did this. It was like a surreal feeling. I load up my phone and just go like this and refresh YouTube Studio, and my subscriber count would
Number would
change every single time I refreshed my page.
wow.
It was so
Wow.
addicting.
All right, guys. I am your host, Phoenix. I am the founder of Splitgate Architects. I make maps. I stream. I make Splitgate related content videos time to time. And yeah. Come, you want to go next?
Yeah, so I'm Coma. Sorry, I had some water down the wrong pipe a moment ago. So my voice is definitely not up to it right now, but I'm Coma. I'm your very inconsistent Splitgate content creator, map creator, and another one of the mods for Splitgate Architects.
You're
Yurgy.
Yeah, and I'm Yurgy, another one of the map builders here at Splitgate Architects. Also have my YouTube, which is Yurgy, and my X account, which I like to post a lot on when I can't play and get to my computer. So, yeah, if you guys are on Twitter, go check that out.
all right, and then
Yes.
we got our special
Perfect.
guest, NadeStraight here. You want
It's me.
to introduce yourself?
I am the guest. I am the guest. I am NadeStraight. I am a content creator at home and full time at work as well, which I've now been doing for about 14 months.
Wow.
All right. So
Nice.
we got some fresh new questions to ask this time, but we do still got our usual questions we want to at least ask at the very start of this podcast. And the first one is Nade. Who are you, and what do you do within the Splitgate community?
I've done a lot of things in the Splitgate community. I think I've been around since 2018. Initially, I started as a QA tester for Splitgate 1.
Oh, nice.
And then I think roughly about 6 months after that, I got to know Cardinal, QWERTY, and a few of the others, and started helping with the cosmetics of Splitgate 1. So I designed a few of the weapon skins in that
Oh,
game,
cool. I didn't know
which
that.
I like to brag about now and again.
I would too.
Um,
Yeah, that's cool.
some fan favorites in there, like the racer skin was very popular. That was me.
Okay,
Nice.
nice.
A couple others, like there was a paint splatter skin, one that looked like a virus around the gun, just to name a
Oh,
few.
yep.
And then after that, when Splitgate 2 started development, I kind of like left the team and started focusing on content. And that's when I started making YouTube videos and streaming a little bit. And now I've been making Splitgate YouTube videos for the past probably 6 years, maybe 7 years. I go through phases where I'll play Splitgate and then something else, come back to Splitgate. Like this game has been a chokehold. I'll always come back to it. I would say that it is probably my favorite shooter game in the world. It overtook Halo as my favorite game when Splitgate 1 came out.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've also played in tournaments. I've kind of done everything besides one thing, which is make a map. So I still need to do that. Then I've completed it all.
You always, yeah. At some point, you got to get in the lab and make your first map.
Yep.
I'm scared of it. But if it's anything like Halo's Forge mode, I should be okay because I got the hang of that eventually.
Yeah, no. I feel like with the new version, they kept the UI similar to Unreal Engine. So if you've ever used Unreal Engine, you should be familiar with the UI at least.
Okay.
But everything you are doing is pretty simple. It's not too complex. You can keep it very simple to basically just have it drag in place.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very close to Unreal.
Unfortunately, I'm a Unity person.
Really?
But I have used Unreal briefly, and I plan to use it more in the future. So
Honestly, the lab would
Yeah.
be a good stepping stone then, because it's like a basic version of it, and you're not being overloaded with like advanced tools.
Before
Like
we
that.
had the lab for Splitgate 2, well, now Splitgate Arena Reloaded, the only hands-on I had for Unreal Engine before that was just remaking one of my Splitgate 1 maps within it, and that was basically just about it. So it was, I felt like it was pretty spot on from the transition from Unreal to in-game, and it was pretty easy to like relearn everything from there.
Yep.
Yeah.
I would have to agree.
I'll give it a go at some point.
So how would you say you got into Splitgate? Like, when did that happen?
The first time I saw Splitgate, I believe it was a Facebook ad of all things, which is weird because I never use Facebook. Facebook is for old people, which
Yes.
You're
I
old,
mean now I'm
confirm.
getting there. I'm getting there. I'll turn 30 this year. Um, yep, it's a big one. But yeah, I think it was Facebook ads. I think they were doing like their first round of ads. This was back when it was called Splitgate Arena Warfare.
Oh.
I think they were doing ads for one of their like open playtests, and that's how I discovered it. I remember recording my first video using Bandicam for
Oh.
Splitgate, and it still had the Bandicam watermark at the
Oh,
top of the
man.
Watermark
screen.
at the
It
top.
might still be on the channel somewhere. Yeah, and that's how I got into it. And I've basically like never left since then. There's always been some element of Splitgate on my PC in my life. It's one of my favorite games. So
Yeah, I
So
can agree.
so is that the 2019 phase where like I was transitioned from Wormhole Warrior to Arena Warfare? It's around
uh,
that time you joined?
I believe it was 2018. I can actually pull
Oh,
up the
was it
Twitter messages and
2018?
confirm. Here we go. It was November 1st, 2018, because the Splitgate Twitter account messaged me with 5 codes for the game.
Nice.
So
Wow.
there we go.
Okay. You got receipts.
Yep.
You might be the oldest Splitgate player on this podcast then.
I
So
actually
you
forgot about this.
Yeah.
The whole reason that they reached out is because I asked if they need a caster for tournaments. And the
Oh.
response was, we're not looking for casters / a host just yet, but let's stay in touch. Also, here are some keys for you and your friends. And then they sent me 5 keys.
Nice.
Honestly,
There we go.
Cool.
I think having a good caster in a Splitgate tournament would be really crucial just because of how hard it is to actually navigate what's all going on in the
yeah.
match.
Yeah. We're
At
currently
the time, I didn't know the game would be so hectic. I was coming from Halo, expecting
Yep.
something similar, because I
Yep.
previously casted Halo tournaments and hosted a few of those on Twitch. And I thought, oh, I can like do this with Splitgate as well. It's quite similar. And
Yeah.
then when I watched the Pro Series when that came out, I was just like, no, I would have been terrible at this. Like it's so hard to keep track of what's going on. Like you'd be just saying call outs nonstop because people move around the map so fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're currently trying to find some casters for the Takedown tournament. We got one guy who like kind of like auditioned for us when we did the takes for the trailer. But I want to get a few more people to like try out auditioning and like commentate as well, so we can like figure out which one might be bestly suited.
Well, I could give it a go, but I'm not promising much.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
feel that.
if you want to give it a go, just feel free to reach out.
Honestly, I might try it once myself to see if I can try and keep up with what happens, but I almost feel like you might have to watch it from a different way than how you would a normal tournament where you're trying to get the player's perspective a lot. You might have to almost do like a free view where you just watch the whole map and then
Yeah,
you
like a
can
top-down.
you can highlight the players so you can watch them as they move. I almost feel like for pro play that might be the better option, and then when a really big play happens, you can then go to a replay and slow it down.
Yeah.
Sadly, Splitgate's Arena Reloaded spectate system doesn't really work that way. Like I can't go.
No,
You can't go free cam unless like it's like at the very start of the game, I believe. As soon as you transition to a player, I don't think you can enter free cam.
and I don't think we can do replays either yet. So
Nope.
like what
Can't
I
do
just
replays.
said, we wouldn't even be able to do. But in an ideal situation, I think that would make the best viewing.
Yeah,
honestly,
no replays is a subject. I forget the exact
it's
like
Iris.
version, but that's it. Yes.
Yep. I
Yeah.
literally was just reading some posts about it this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So the whole spectate experience is gonna be a little tricky because I can't go from player to player. For example, like if I want to go switch to a certain player right away, I can't do that. All I have is next and previous options for player switching. So, it's gonna be. I guess it's a way like we could just show off the devs what is lacking, right? Once the tournament does arrive, and then maybe they can improve it for like a case like if we end up doing another tournament in the future, then we'll have like better tools how we can do the whole spectate and everything. But yeah, we're gonna try and make do with what we got at least.
Oh yeah.
So this next question for NadeStraight is, what are some of your achievements you would say you're proud of within Splitgate?
Within Splitgate, I won a tournament once.
Oh, did you?
But there was no prize money. So.
No.
Hey.
All for sport.
Bragging
Yeah.
rights.
Can you?
All that matters.
What kind of format was it?
They used to host like pro and semi-pro tournaments in Splitgate 1. And I won one of the semi-pro tournaments. I can't remember my team, but it'll be in their Discord somewhere. But the reason I'm proud of it is because I won while playing on a laptop. While I was playing, I was complaining that I was only getting like 24 frames, and I couldn't figure out why my performance was so bad. And then halfway through the tournament, I tilt my head to the left and see that my laptop wasn't plugged in. So I was playing in a tournament with like no charging power going into my laptop.
Oh man.
And then I plugged it in, and it was a significant improvement.
That's funny.
Wow. Okay.
Winning that was like pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Bro handicapped himself, and yet he still won.
Aside from that, I think like being able to consistently pull like good numbers on Splitgate content is an achievement that I'm now proud of. It took a while to get here. There were days where I'd upload a Splitgate video, and after a month it would have, let's say, 200 or 300 views. Now, I think my average after a couple of days is more like 2,000 or 3,000, which is 10x what it was a few years ago.
Yeah, that's
So
really
I
nice.
think that's good. I think, yeah.
For context, I think
it's nice to see people coming back and like seeing the same names in the comment section and things like that. And one of the best things recently with Splitgate Arena Reloaded is like jumping into lobbies and hearing people plug in their mic and like say like, "Hi Nade, I watch your videos." That is like a moment that I'm proud of. It's like that is the realization that like, you know, this is going somewhere. It's early days, but when you get recognized, it's nice to like see that, you know, all the work you've put in isn't for nothing, and people do actually watch it. They do recognize you, and they keep coming back to watch now again and again and again. So yeah, I think that's the biggest thing, and hopefully it continues to grow. And obviously the hope is that the more the game grows, the more that the creators will grow with it. So we are like the early adopters of Splitgate is the way I see it. And if the game blows up, then we blow up with it. That's the hope.
Yeah,
I think that's the idea at least.
I think my biggest Splitgate video is not even at 3,000 views. I think it's like 2,000 something. And that's just like my biggest one. So just hitting 2 to 3K on average for every video is pretty big.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know how I got here. I think one day it just like it just started. Yeah, I don't know.
Honestly.
I mean, my YouTube channel growth was due to one event that happened, which I think some of you have mentioned before, which was the losing my job situation.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You got on Asmongold's radar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was a few people that reacted to that. And I gained I think it was in the period of like 2 weeks, I gained 17,000 subscribers,
Oh man.
which really, yeah, if I look at my analytics in YouTube and go for all time, it's like a very gradual line, and then all of a sudden in May of 2024, it just goes. So like that one event changed everything, and I think since then the views have been more consistent, and some people watch the content but don't even play the games that I'm making content on. They just watch it to support and stick around, which is nice to see.
Oh
So I
yeah.
think
Yeah.
that helped as well.
Yeah, we were
Nice.
actually gonna ask you about that whole situation. So I guess we can go through it right now. Like what is your profession, and if you can, like, can you re-explain and like summarize the whole AI situation?
Yeah. It's been a while since I'd spoke about it. I think maybe like a year or so now. But basically my profession now is content creation, which is like I'm in a much better place now than I was then. In hindsight, I'm glad that it all happened. Obviously, in the moment, it was terrible.
Yeah.
But back then, I was a graphic designer, and I'd been a designer for 8 years at the time. Mostly web and print, so websites, landing pages, emails. People always frown and like they're like email design. What the hell is that? But it is a thing.
Email design.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I guess before that, I started with simple things like business cards, leaflets, flyers, that kind of stuff. So I did that for 8 years. Worked my way up from a junior to a senior at the company, and then one day I was dragged into a Teams call, and they were like, "We're sorry to let you know, but there's a round of redundancies, and you're included." And at the time, I was like, "What the hell? What do you mean? Like, you guys need me? I'm the only designer at this company left." Because at the time, it was just me. Um, when I joined, there was three of us, but over time, people started to leave. I was the only one that stuck around, and I couldn't quite understand it until they explained why. And it was that they were like mass automating a lot of the design work, and that all of my templates I'd created over the years, all of my work I'd done previously, was going to be replicated through automation and AI. So obviously, then I made a YouTube video that was titled "I lost my job to AI this week." And that's how it all started. It was just me playing Halo, talking about the fact that I lost my job. I didn't expect anything of it. And then I woke up a day later and it was on 3,000 views. And I thought, oh, this video is doing quite well. The next day, 17,000. And I thought, oh, this is growing quite a lot. The next day, like 50,000. And
Oh
there
man.
was then, at the time, there was days where I could load up YouTube Studio on my phone, and I did this. It was like a surreal feeling. I load up my phone and just go like this and refresh YouTube Studio, and my subscriber count
Number
would
would.
change every single time I refreshed my page.
Wow.
It was so
Wow.
addicting.
That's
YouTube
crazy.
Studio was the number one used app on my phone in May of 2024. It
I
was
can believe that.
all I
Yeah.
did.
Wow.
It was so addicting, and that's when I got like the bug for making more content. Like that was the insight on what being like famous would be like. You know, I
Yeah.
had that moment for a few weeks, that viral moment, and you get addicted and you want to keep chasing it. So
You
it
had the
was like,
dopamine
Yeah,
rush.
man.
yeah, very much
Yeah.
so. Like, yeah, that's how it all started. And then after that video went live, I needed to look for a new job, obviously. I spent
Yeah.
6 months looking for a new job. Getting a job, I don't know about you guys, but getting a job in the UK is extremely difficult right now. Um, yeah, it took me 6 months. And eventually, a company over here called PC Specialist reached out and said they're looking for a content creator and social media manager. And I was like, this is the perfect job for me in terms
There
of
you
like
go.
how I want
Hell
my
yeah.
career trajectory to go. I can branch off from design and go into content full time. Obviously, doing my own content full time is the ultimate dream, but doing content full time for another company is like second best to that. So
Yeah.
went for the
Yeah.
interview. Turns out they already watched my YouTube videos before I went there, which has helped. And then yeah, after that interview, got the job, and now I make videos about gaming PCs and laptops for a living, which is really cool. and then I go home and make Splitgate videos for extra revenue. So I'm just always making content.
Almost
yeah.
living the
Like it-
dream, huh?
Yeah,
There you go. There you go.
There you go.
that's the story of the past like 2 years.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad it's going well.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I remember seeing that video when it first dropped, and I was like, oh man, that sucks. And I remember watching it and listening to you explain. I was like, well, I hope you find a job at some point. And then the next day it blows up. I'm like, what happened? It's like even from like an outside perspective, like I've watched you for a while because I watched some of your Halo content before I guess you picked up Splitgate 2. So I was like, what is exactly going on here? Like I understood like the the situation, but I didn't understand why the story was blowing up so big. So but yeah,
I
I'm
think
glad it kind of
a big
ended
part
well.
of that was because I don't think anyone at the time had made a YouTube video about how they lost their job to AI. And at the time,
Or-
AI was a trending topic.
You were also like one of the first gaming YouTubers to have it like happen to you, and just you then dedicate your full time to making content after that.
Yeah.
So I think that in and of itself became a story within the gaming community, because I remember hearing about you before that. I remember the story, and then I remember the videos after, everyone talking about it too. It was just it was just kind of like, wow, like people are actually losing their job to AI, and here's this guy who lost his job and now is dedicating full time to making content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was pretty crazy at the time.
I think for a lot of people, that was like the oh crap moment. Like, this is real. Because a lot of
Yeah.
people were joking previously about like AI will
Mhm.
never be good enough to take people's jobs. It can't draw a human without giving them 7 fingers. That was the stage we were at years
Mhm.
ago.
Yep.
And then when people start losing their jobs to it, I think like people then like a switch flicked and they were like, oh, like crap, actually, this thing is improving. Maybe my
Mhm.
job is also at risk. And I was like the first person to kind of have it happen to them in a public, setting. I'm sure there
Yep.
may have been people before me that have lost their jobs, but
There
they didn't
probably
make a YouTube video
was.
about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You're like one of the first people who already had that public platform and then
Yeah.
made a video on it.
And then
Yeah,
after me,
that's
there was also like 4 other people that made a really similar video a couple months
Mhm.
later. So
Damn.
I
I'm
think
not
I
sure if it
remember
actually did
seeing.
happen to them or if they were just trying to chase views. But
yeah,
like
yeah.
more and more people started making videos like that.
Yeah, that's been my biggest story because like I was wanting to get into graphic design and probably do, like you, like have a career out of it. But that's like my biggest story right now. After hearing your story, because I was like, oh, maybe I should be a graphic design artist, and then I always get recalled of your story. I'm like, maybe it's not a great idea in the long run.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
Entirely
no,
depends on the company you work for, I think. That's
it
what it comes down
depends
to.
on the company. The thing is, with those jobs in America, if you don't have that secure company and job, it's very freelance work. And if you don't have the safety nets in place, you can be out of a job pretty fast at times. So it's come and go work. I right now, like, I do a sort of design. It's like I work for a machine shop though. I design their die boards. So I'm just like working on these boards that they use in press machines. And
Okay.
it's something where we integrate AI in some of our work, but it's to aid us. It doesn't completely like replace what we do because of what we have to do.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's the stage I'm at now as well. There's a lot of people that when I made that video were telling me
Yeah.
that like I needed to be like the poster boy for like we hate AI.
Yeah.
And then in future videos when I admitted like I have used this previously, there was like people memeing like you were supposed to be the one that destroyed AI, not join it. And stuff.
That's funny.
Yeah,
But
no,
like
like I feel like there are those jobs that are being completely destroyed by it, but there's also other jobs where it does help it too. So
yeah.
there's this like it's good and bad at times.
Yeah,
There
It
there
I
needs to
depends
use
on
it
be
as
a
a
what it
tool
is.
to
balance.
enhance my
Yeah.
workflow, and I think that's where
Yeah.
it shines. Like
Yep.
a simple, like editing pictures of PCs. So I will go downstairs at work. We have like 5 rows of testing benches, and they get messy. The benches get a little bit scuffed up. They have like dirt on them or scratches. And I like to take the picture, go into Photoshop, and use Photoshop's Gen AI tool to clean up the desk mat. I don't think anyone would have a problem with that. Like, it's making it's making a task slightly quicker rather than me having to use like the clone tool or the healing brush and manually paint it out. I just
Yeah.
And
highlight the area and say like clean this mat, and it does it, and then I can post the image. Stuff like that to
yep.
enhance your workflow and save you time, I think is fine, and I think a lot of people would agree with that. But when you
Yes.
replace the entire human aspect, that's when they draw the line.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I completely agree with that. I think a lot of people do too. What is our next question, Phoenix? We got pretty off topic with AI
No,
there.
no, that was honestly that was the biggest unique question that we want to ask to NadeStraight, and I'm
Yeah.
it was very insightful.
It was a good,
Yeah.
yeah, it was a good
I am curious before we
discussion,
go
I
into the next
think.
question. Do
Yeah.
you have any questions about game development? Because I'm not sure if you know that side.
Um,
Yes. I don't think we have it on the. Did you put it on the list, Phoenix? Because I did. We do know that
no.
you have done the Crossplanet game
Yeah.
development. So
I wasn't
That's
sure
right.
if
I still have that game too.
yeah, I wasn't sure if you're still on that team or like if the game is still in progress. Like yeah, I guess we could talk about it.
Yeah, I
What's
guess my question would be is what are your do you guys have future plans with the game at all?
yeah.
Um, we do, as
Okay.
of like 2 days ago.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
okay.
let's
Updates.
This
go.
is an exclusive.
Okay.
Okay.
So the game has been sat in limbo for the past like 4 months.
Yeah, and I can understand why too.
That's because I've been playing Splitgate so much.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, that's partially why. But making a live service multiplayer PvP game like is an extremely difficult task,
Yeah.
and that's why I brought it up. Is because like I feel for the Splitgate devs, and I've kind of like been through that now, and I understand it from their side. Game development is hard.
Yeah.
Game development is hard. Getting your game into the public and having them like it and not being bombarded by negative reviews is even harder because there's so much expectation now.
Yeah.
And if you don't deliver on day one, then you are called a dead game immediately. And sadly, when we released, our game was pretty much dead on release. Um, we don't have a high marketing budget. In fact, it's pretty much zero. The development
Yeah.
budget for the game was around $6,000, which is an incredibly small amount of money. It was just a passion project that we put money into when we needed like some assets or something to save us time. Like a lot of the character models are store-bought assets because we don't
Yeah.
have like a 3D modeler. Or like maybe some effects or something were purchased from the Unity store, like weapon impact effects or something like that. So we spent 4 years making it. We released it to a peak concurrent count of 15 people, which is not very high. And then we went back to the drawing board and said, like, this, what we've built here is like, it's fun when you play it for like an hour or something. But then after that, there's not much else to do. It doesn't offer anything that's really unique. The unique seller point we had for the game was it's third person Halo, but faster paced. That was basically the entire pitch. Is like, let's
Yep.
make Halo but third person. It's a bit faster. It has double jumping, grapple hooks, stuff like that. And ultimately, that wasn't enough. So we decided 2 days ago that we're now going to go back to what the game was supposed to be, and the reason it's called Crossplanet. The original idea for the game was, what if I'm player one and I'm stood on planet A? One of you is player two and you're stood on planet B. We're on two separate environments, but we can shoot each other. And each of those planets have like different gravity volumes. So maybe you can jump higher than me. Maybe I move slower than you, but we can still have combat with each other. And you can jump from one planet to the other. That was the original
Huh.
idea.
That
I
sounds
don't think anyone's
interesting.
ever done a game like that
It's like
before.
it's like Super Halo Galaxy. It's the only way I
That
can
is-
really kind of
That
describe
is exactly how I pitched it. I said, imagine
That's fine,
Halo, but with
Mandy.
Super Mario Galaxy mechanics.
Wow!
I don't think anyone's
That-
done it before.
The level
I think
design
it's-
for that would be
like-
tricky. Honestly, I feel like it would, but if you pull it off, it would be some mind-bending gameplay. Honestly,
Yeah. The number one thing that people told us is that, like, what is your unique selling point? This is no different to things I've played in the past. It's that you can't find a game that is exactly like Crossplanet right now, but you can find games that have all of the elements that Crossplanet
Yeah.
has. It actually does very similar things to High Guard. Like, it is multiple games fused into one, which ultimately wasn't enough to separate it. So, yeah, we've now said, like, let's give this one more go. Let's make something truly unique that nobody has ever seen before, and see if that works. See if that's enough to propel us into like, higher numbers.
Yeah.
yeah, I think
Uh,
that's at least a good start. You get that unique mechanic that changes the gameplay loop a bit. That's yeah, that's a good
So
start to like just stand out from everything else because you'll get people to play your game just for that unique mechanic. It's kind of like the Rocket League effect and the Splitgate effect. They
So
both
would
just
that-
have
would
Yeah.
that be like scrapping basically everything you guys already had for Crossplanet?
Most of it, yeah,
Okay.
because
Yeah, I
Crossplanet right
would,
now is it's an arena shooter, and those maps don't work in this setting. We would have to scrap every single map in the game.
Yeah.
You're literally making a
the
completely like three-dimensional layout where you're not
Yeah.
only worrying about front to back and slight verticality, you're literally thinking like
Yeah.
yeah,
So there's a like
that's a
there's a
lot.
test build right now. I don't have like a human. Oh, I do. I have a hold on. I have a cross-planet character right next to me. We can use as a demonstration.
Okay.
Here's a cross-planet character. I 3D printed this.
Nice.
That's cool.
So this character would be stood on planet 1, right?
Yeah.
Planet 2 would be above you, like up here. If you jumped, your character does this.
Yep.
Oh, that's so cool.
Exactly.
That would
And
be
so-
sick.
you would be designing your map to include obstacles in between the two worlds so you can still
Yeah.
have interplay while still thinking about what if they're on the same world and fighting too.
It could be horrible. I'm not gonna lie. Like we haven't
It sounds
tested it
tricky,
yet.
yeah.
We are due
Yeah.
to test it probably in the next few days between us and
I
see
mean-
if it works in a multiplayer setting. If we like it, we'll test it with a larger group of people.
I was
But if
gonna
they
say,
say this is too confusing, it doesn't happen. Like there is a world in
I-
which 2 weeks from now we say, sorry, this isn't happening.
I say
Yeah.
if you want people to really try it, go to some of the Splitgate community because they're going to be the ones with the minds to at least grasp it because they
Yeah.
already have that three-dimensional mindset. So
I think
they
it's going
might
to
get
fall
a
into
better...
a lot of like potential problems that Splitgate has. It's
Yes.
it's going to be the same. Like the tryhards are very good and they really enjoy it, but the newcomers are a little bit iffy on if they want to keep going with it.
I would be
Yeah, I
worried
think
it will
of the
be.
game will be like very disorientating from jumping from planet
Yes.
to planet, and
Oh,
you know it might just be it might be a little too much if there's just not like a option to at least just jump naturally while still on the same planet.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's yeah, I'm
I
Well,
feel like
curious
if
how
You'd
that
still
would
be able
be.
to jump normally. You'd only connect to the other planet if you were close enough to it.
Okay.
like-
Yeah, I would say you'd
Yeah.
have to have certain points where it's easier to jump between
Yeah.
them because there's like higher structures than other points where it's almost impossible to then jump, but you can still
Yeah.
see across and shoot, and that might
The way it
create.
works is gravity volumes, which like just imagine a big rectangle or circle that you can't see,
Mhm.
if your character goes within that boundary, then the connection happens and you rotate and stick to the planet. But if you jump and you don't hit that boundary, you just go back down.
I could see it being
So-
probably an issue on controller. Just have to constantly look up on controller to shoot your opponents. Like that's gonna be a bit tricky.
Yeah, I mean, it'll definitely be interesting. Like, I'm curious on how level design in that case would really function because I could see, the planets being connected like space elevators and different stuff like that. Like
I feel like
having some
the
sort of obstacles.
level design's going to be something you learn and explore with that design because it's such a unique idea that
Yeah.
it's the same problem Splitgate has with its level design. They have to think outside the box a lot of the times with how they design their maps because of that unique portal
Yeah.
mechanic.
All right,
But
cool.
I think it's
Cool.
interesting to that extent where you can have like multiple planets and have like multiple objectives on them, like domination,
Yeah.
something like that.
Ultimately,
It
I would
makes
rather try something that's like really out there and unique and have it fail than not try it at all. So
I
Yeah,
agree.
you gotta at least
Yeah.
try. Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. So I guess our next question. What would you say is like your first like video game or like console you played on?
my first video game was a classic. It was Duck Hunt
Oh, okay.
on the
There you go.
Nintendo 64.
Instantly a shooter. Boom.
Yep. I even had the
Holy
like
shit.
gun attachment, like the
Yeah.
Nice.
that you shoot
The
the
thing
screen.
you had to use.
Yep. And yeah, it was at my grandma's house. I don't know why she had a Nintendo 64, but yeah, she did.
Nintendo
and that's where I picked it up.
64.
Wait,
Duck
was
Hunt.
it? Oh, was it SNES?
Yeah, Duck Hunt was on NES, right?
Was
NES.
it? Was it on 64 as well?
No, I think it was just only on N6 or the
Which is the
original
one with the
Nintendo
three
system.
handles for the controller?
Oh,
Yeah.
that is N64.
Yeah.
N64, yep.
Okay, I guess it
Yeah.
did get released at
You are
N64 at
correct
one
on
point.
that.
Yeah, okay. I wasn't aware, but maybe I gotta do my research on that.
Unless I was like so young that my memories are just like crossed and maybe
I
she had
feel
both. I
that.
don't know.
I feel
To
that.
be honest,
I was like
I
3
have
years
no
old,
clue.
so yeah.
I do know that there was the Duck Hunt / Super Mario Brothers hybrid for the original Nintendo systems, and
So
I know there's the actual arcade cabinet for Duck Hunt. That's as far as my knowledge goes in terms of Duck Hunt.
So it might have been the NES because there is no 64. So
Oh,
your memories
might
might
Okay.
just be crossed.
she might have had both, and I just at the time didn't know which was which.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
That wasn't my first console. My first console was a Sega Dreamcast.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Impressive.
back when Sega made consoles.
Yeah. They
When
don't do that
was
anymore.
when did you first get a computer then?
Not that long ago, to be fair. I was a console gamer only all the way up until the Xbox One.
Oh, yeah.
And
Okay.
then
So yeah, I'm pretty close to you then.
yeah, I
Yeah.
got a PC shortly after Halo 5 came out, which was what, 2015, 2016?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, around there. Yeah.
That sounds about
Yeah.
right. It was like
So like
yeah,
10 years ago. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Nice.
I miss Halo 5.
I don't.
I love that.
Yeah,
I
it-
love that
I do
movement.
now.
It was
That's
kind of
my
whatever for me.
least favorite Halo, and I grew up playing
Halo 5.
Halo
Most
Halo
forgettable
5 is probably
campaign.
my favorite movement.
Uh,
That game is my favorite movement shooter, I think.
Yeah.
I don't like it for like the aspect of Halo. I like it just because of the movement.
Oh,
It's like
that,
my
yeah, I
favorite.
always said that about that game. I
Nice.
think if the Halo 5 was released by a different studio under a different name and just called something else, I think it would
probably
have
would've
done
been better.
far better.
yeah, far
Mhm.
better,
Yeah.
far better. Because like for me, I was playing it. I'm like, this doesn't feel anything like Halo whatsoever. I want to
Yeah.
play Halo, and I'm like, okay, I'm done playing. I don't want to play this. And I also think was Titanfall still? Were their servers still up back then, or were they recently taken down? I
think
forget.
they were still alive at the time.
Yeah, because if Titanfall servers were still up, I was playing Titanfall too. So like, I didn't really care about playing Halo as a movement shooter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was playing Titanfall and Halo around the same time. So
Yep.
yeah, I think they were
Yeah,
still.
I remember
still.
because I was when shooters were still like pretty good. So I was switching off between like Battlefield, Call of Duty, Halo, and like Titanfall all the time.
Yeah.
Nade, what's your first Halo game that you ever played?
Combat Evolved.
Hey,
Okay.
the very first
Oh,
one.
classic.
I went
Let's
round
go.
to a friend's house when I was 8 years old, and at the
Sounds
time
about right.
he was he was playing Halo on the original Xbox in his room. I didn't know what the game was, and the level he was on was the library, which is the first time you see the flood.
The
So
Flood.
Oh, man.
my first insight into Halo was you are a guy holding a magnum shooting weird infected zombie things.
Yeah,
That was what I thought Halo was.
that whole
was cool.
that whole
I mean,
storytelling.
that's pretty accurate.
That whole storytelling in the first game was just like very well executed.
Yeah,
Are
the oh no, go.
I was about to say, are you looking forward to the what is it? The remake, remaster, whatever they're
No.
doing? No, you're not.
Not at all. I can tell you why they're making that game, and it is because
Nostalgia.
partially, but from a technical standpoint,
It's probably
the
like
reason
a
that
test. This is like them testing the waters for the new game, I imagine,
pretty
right?
much,
Yeah.
yeah. So in game dev, it is far easier to make a single player product than it is to make a multiplayer PvP product. Like it is significantly easier to do a campaign experience. So them using Unreal for the first time, I think it makes sense for them to like, yeah, let's test Unreal with a remake of a game we've made years ago. So we already have a foundation. It also uses Halo Reach's backend as a foundation. So like the game is pretty much already built for them. They're just reskinning it, similar to how the Oblivion remaster worked.
Yeah.
That is like, it is the easiest possible thing for them to do. Like if they mess this up, I don't know how.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
And
this is
they
how you
probably
like
will
start
find a way
game
to
dev.
though.
Yeah.
I feel like knowing Halo and how they've been, they'll just find some way to mess it up too.
So
I don't.
that
They
means
can't mess it up from a like. The game will work and it'll probably perform really well. The only way they
Yeah.
can mess it up is by not being true to the original, and people will say it's messed up as in like you got this design wrong, or like why is sprint in the game?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But it's not
So
gonna like crash. It'll
Yeah.
work.
yeah. So that then brings me to like my kind of next question that we know there's a second Halo project that's apparently in the works. What would you expect that to be? Would you think that's a separate multiplayer game?
Yeah, I think it's a separate multiplayer only product. And I believe, don't quote me because I don't want to get in trouble, but I believe that that will be the way that Halo works going forward. I believe that there will never be a Halo product in future that has both a campaign and multiplayer in the same package. I believe it's two separate teams, and multiplayer will release and campaign will release as separate products every single time. Not 100% sure on that, but that's what I've been told. So
In
Yeah,
modern gaming, I can understand that too. It's a lot easier to separate the two experiences than try and make them cohesive. Honestly.
it also means you get more releases out because Halo has a problem now where the Halo game you play now and the Halo game you play next is like 5 or 6 years apart. Like
yeah.
if you were a 12-year-old playing Halo 5, you were like 18 playing Infinite. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's too long of a gap between each game. But if you have separate releases for your campaign and multiplayer experiences, you could make Halo games every 2.5, 3 years. They're much more frequent.
So,
and then
yeah.
you don't have to keep making a new PvP experience, which is the hardest part to make.
Yeah, I think that's. I mean, it's interesting, and I really hope that means that the PvE like story side of stuff like actually gets expanded upon, because I've always wanted more Arbiter after Halo 3, and I wish we got some of that in like Halo 5.
Yeah.
Honestly,
But
if they do more story, it would be good of them to just do like prelogs of stuff, or even just random lore stories from around Halo, not focus on Chief as much maybe. But at the same time, people always love the Chief's stories too.
yeah. All right. Let's get on topic of Splitgate now, shall we?
Okay.
sorry, enough Halo talk.
all good. Nade's
Yeah,
got a
enough
big Halo
Halo nerds
background.
in
It
here.
only makes sense we mention Halo at least a little bit here.
Halo Architects Podcast.
So this is the last personal question I have for NadeStraight before we discuss stuff as a group, right? And that is
Whoa.
Nade, what would be the thing you would add to the game of given the ability to for Splitgate?
Can I only pick one thing?
Yeah, you can only pick one thing.
Damn. Is this my personal like what I want or what I think the game needs in order to step it up?
Just be like
I'd rather
your
hear
personal,
what you want.
yeah,
Yeah,
your
like
personal
What
what
I
you
want.
feature or whatever. Yeah.
What I want is the thing I think they're going to struggle to do, which is the replay mode.
Yeah,
See,
that's fair.
literally, I think that's where everyone's at this point, is like that would be huge at this point, and we know they have no control over it whatsoever. And that's like the worst part about it, is like we would love to get that, and we know we can't even do anything except wait for Unreal to finally add it. So
Yeah.
The replay mode helps significantly with content, and
Yes.
content brings eyeballs onto the game.
Yeah.
Like using the theater mode to make your thumbnails, using it to capture clips that you missed because you forgot to turn your recording software on.
Oh,
Yep, we've all been through that.
making
The amount
trailers
of
for
times-
maps,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the amount of times I've hit a clip, looked up in the right corner, and seen I'm not currently recording, and then just my hands are in my face, and I'm like, this game doesn't have a replay mode. I can't capture it. It's gone forever.
It's
There's
so
no
over.
proof it happened.
Yeah.
I have to scrap the video.
oh,
damn it,
I
man.
feel that in my soul though.
Always have to be recording, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, no, it would be huge to get that, honestly. Like, I feel like that is both an answer for yourself and just to project the game even farther, because for all parts of the community, it helps.
Yeah.
Honestly.
This next one I want to ask as a group here is there a certain theme you would love to see in the new map for Splitgate? And I guess anyone who has an answer first just can go ahead and get started, while the rest of us can think on it.
I personally want to see more talker in architecture. We have Abyss, and I think that's like currently the only map besides Sanctum, I guess, which is the Onslaught map that has that like alien architecture.
Yeah.
And I've always been a sucker for the lore. I think that's kind of obvious. A lot of us have that thing for the lore because it's just interesting to see the perspective and especially the inspiration coming from other games. So it's my call there.
Yeah, I actually was gonna say that too. Like, I want ancient alien
Ruins.
magical architecture, because those are always like really cool looking maps. I think Eden has a little bit of it, but it's more like Meridian
Little, yeah.
style.
Yeah.
But I think that's because the Meridians take from that architecture, if that makes sense. That's like the whole
Yeah.
lore of it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, that would be probably the coolest themes to see. Just at least one or two more maps like that.
So
Nade?
Nade doesn't got anything yet. I think I got something. So, So the overall theme of Helix, from what I gather, is that it's like a kind of like a space like prison of some sorts. I would love to see like maybe a return of like the whole prison idea, but like maybe like on like a spaceship or something for like a map. I think that'd be cool.
Oh, like a space prison kind of thing.
Yeah,
That would be cool, honestly.
yeah.
I could
I'm
like that.
glad
I could
you
dig that.
said Helix because Helix was going to be my answer, and then I've changed it. So
Okay.
There you go.
What's your answer?
my answer is more maps like Club Silo. In fact, I actually just want them to remake Club Silo. But the
Yeah,
reason I like it is because I love the Tron aesthetic, and Helix and Silo
Mm.
share that like neon lines. Like the Helix has the red and blue neon lines everywhere. Club Silo has the purple ones, pink ones. Um, I like that. I'm a massive fan of like Tron Legacy, and that aesthetic
Okay.
for a map would be really
yeah.
cool.
I think Nade. This is definitely going to be off topic, but I have to probably bring this up at some point. You play tested Project Onyx with me at one point, right?
I
If
did,
you
yeah,
remember. Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
So was that Tron aspect the entire reason that you were interested in Project Onyx, or was it just because it was a first-person shooter?
Um, I think both. I think like yeah, because it was very Halo-like with elements of like Titanfall in there. And then yeah, when I forgot the dev's name, but
Captain
when
Cake.
he
Captain
said
K.
yeah, that's it, Cake. Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. When
Yeah.
he said that for his aesthetic, he was leaning towards like a Tron theme. Like I very much vibe with that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome. So the next one I have is again whoever can come up with something first. Just go ahead and get the conversation started. Is there a power weapon or equipment that you may want to see be added into Splitgate in the future?
I
I'm gonna go
have
first this
one.
time. Oh wait,
Yeah,
never
go
mind.
for it. Go for it. Go for it.
Cool. Fully auto pistol is one that I want.
Yeah, that
How the
I've
Splitgate
asked
one
about that
pistol,
before.
yeah, like the Splitgate one pistol initially was much like the Halo One Magnum, and then slowly they made it automatic fire rate. You just hold down the trigger, and I want that back in the game. But I don't know how they do it because there's two options, right? Isn't there? You either do it as a power weapon and just make it incredibly powerful or incredibly fast,
That
or
would
you
be
have to
kind of
make three
cool.
of them because like
Yep.
now you have the classes, the factions, so you have to make three of them or do it as a power weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To expand
Yeah.
on
I
the
could see
secondary
them.
weapons, yeah, if they did like
I
three of
mean, they
them.
could just
Yeah.
make it the PP gun, you know?
I think it would be interesting if it was kind of like the split stream, but it was forever stuck as dual wield. Um, but each trigger would activate a different pistol. So it's like you can always shoot this one, and then maybe you could do some sort of like unique element into the bullets. Like maybe they're EMP bullets, or you can like EMP walls or something like that, or something like that. My go-to would be a grenade launcher. Um, when firing from the hip, it's like an AoE plasma effect on the ground. So it'd be good for King of the Hill, domination. But when you aim down sights, it's actually EMP nades. So you can like EMP grenades, like EMP
Just
walls
shut
with
down
it.
everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. Area denial kind of
Oh,
across
that
the
kind
board.
of reminds me of that Halo Infinite gun. I'm trying to remember. I remember when it first came out, it was a little broken, but then they nerfed it. It was like a 3-round burst, but then when I think you like aimed in, it would charge up and
It's
it would leave like a plasma on the ground.
Yeah, I know what the Ravager. That's what it's called.
Ravager, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, it's the Ravager.
that's what it was. That's what that
it's
kind of
I
reminds
I
me of.
already its variant sucked though at the beginning. It had a variant where it made the projectile bounce, and it was so bad.
Yeah, I do. Yes, I do remember that. I do
It
remember
was so
that.
bad.
More weapons like that in Splitgate could be cool though. Like
Yeah,
bullets
yeah,
that
that's what I'm
bounce or
saying.
leave residue on the ground, doing like burn damage, some kind of
Bouncing
acid.
bullets are fun. Like I remember, it was the scatter shot they had in Infinite. Like that was fun.
Yeah, in 5, yeah.
Mhm.
Anything that ricochets would be cool, like a disc launcher. If anybody's played Black Ops 3, that disc launcher they have in Black Ops
Yeah.
3, super fun.
Yeah, and I think it works with that 3D aspect of Splitgate where you're always thinking about weird angles. Well, why not have some power weapon that bounces off the wall so you're thinking about the angle of how you shoot too.
Yeah.
Yeah, my thing I would like to see is more like equipment. Um, because I just think grenades are kind of like annoying where it's at right now. The sticky grenades. I would like a different I would like a different damage alternative option for equipment, and that would be like something kind of like a boomerang uh item or something. Maybe like a kind of like a Tron like disc like style equipment. So like you just throw it at an enemy and it can like possibly hit multiple targets on the way back. I think that'd be pretty cool.
I think some sort of Molotov could work because sticky nades are definitely annoying considering if you get stuck by it. But having good area denial, I think, is something that Splitgate kind of lacks right now.
I want like a pulse grenade that either you can throw it down on the ground, and I'm not sure if we want it to pull people in or push people away. Like you throw it down and it like pulses or like sucks people in. I'm not sure
You
which
you
way you want to go with that, but one of
we're
those would
back
be
on the
cool.
suck action. You
I mean,
mentioned
we
this
have a
before.
gravitas that sucks people in, so why not
Yeah,
give
so
us a pulse grenade that like pushes people away now?
Yurgy just
that's
wants to
gonna be
suck people,
irritating.
man.
Flashback.
Like how some portals, when you go through them, it can launch you. What if there was a portal wall that actually sucked you?
Maybe.
Just a thought.
End of flashback.
That's all he wants to do. He just wants to suck people.
Come on,
Phoenix,
Yurgi.
chill.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like there's so many things you could do with like physics and like weapons and stuff like that. Again, I would love some sort of like bouncing disc launcher, especially in that like top middle room of behind the Hall of Fame and like Zenith. Just have a
Yup.
disc bouncing between the two walls would be chaos, But we'll see what their next power weapon's gonna be, which I'm interested to see what that's gonna be. What, in February?
Oh yeah, they already announced they're having another power weapon,
Yeah, they
didn't
did.
they?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's expected to be at the release with the new season in March.
Okay.
Unless
So,
they
we
push
still got some
out.
I'm
time.
interested to see what that's gonna be.
They could push it out a little bit earlier. Like for example, the new map Runway Main has got pushed out a little bit earlier compared to the roadmaps. So you never know.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is So this next question is what big streamer would you guys would like to see like pick up the game? Like actually like play it like live and everything.
Jinxies.
I don't know. Who
I feel
that
like
is.
he has the mentality to actually learn the mechanic at a high level, and at the same time, he's both competitive yet is a good sport. Yes, he has some slightly toxic content at times, but he's funny and genuinely is a good sport. And I feel like he could pick up the portal mechanics and have fun with it.
Jinxie is an extremely like good player because I think he's mainly a Siege streamer, right?
That's
He
yeah.
he has like almost like every strat like to the back of his hand. So having
He
someone
picked
like
up
him pick
Rocket
up
League.
portals,
Like he
I
played
think I saw
Rocket
that.
League for a
Yeah.
good period of time and got decent at it.
Yeah, I think my go-to streamer would just be Shroud, as I know I think he was sponsored, but
Yeah, he was sponsored.
but genuinely actually
he-
wants to play it, that'd be cool.
Yeah. I mean, he's just good across the board, so I'm curious to see if like he sticks to the game for an extended period of time. Like, you know, maybe you can give Machiavelli a run for his money.
I don't know if I don't really watch a lot of big streamers like I used to like back then, but I guess I would if I had to pick somebody. I don't know if he was also sponsored or anything, but I remember it seemed like he did it seemed like he did started to like the game at first for Splitgate 2. I would be curious to see what his thoughts will be if he actually try out Arena Reloaded in the current state. And the streamer that I had in mind for that would be Moist Critical.
Moist.
Yeah. Just want to see like an update on what he thinks on the game and everything in the current state.
Yeah.
All right. My answer is Doctor Dish. No, I'm kidding.
That would be hilarious, honestly.
I don't know if I have one answer. I think I personally was really enjoying when my long lost brother NadeStraight was playing Splitgate with
okay.
Scump and Methods and stuff like that. They were
Yep.
teaming up in the Battle Royale. Obviously, those were sponsored streams, but there was moments where they genuinely seemed to enjoy the game, especially when they were playing the BR and winning matches together. Obviously, those guys all coming from like Warzone and stuff. They obviously enjoy the BR aspect. It'd be cool to see them hop on again and see what they think of Arena Reloaded. In terms of like pure comedic value and someone to bring in eyeballs, it will have to be Burnt Peanut.
Oh yeah, the burnt peanut.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
That's
can just imagine
the
the eyes and mouth on that peanut as it turns when he gets shot by a ball. Like,
Yeah.
that'd be great content.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think in terms of comedic value, it's definitely Tim the Tap Man for me. I love watching his kind of like reaction content to certain things. If you guys have ever watched his Marvel's Rivals content, there's a clip of him where he's watching this extremely high level game, and then he turns the camera around, and you can see two Jeff the Sharks in the back in like the back line having a 1v1. And he straight up gets so invested into that little 1v1. He's like, my money's on ours. He's like 100K on our Jeff. So Tim's definitely up there for me too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. So I guess let's talk about the stuff that's like actually in the game or like that's coming to the game. And the first major thing recently that's been added to the game is the return of the Battle Royale mode, now called Arena Royale. So yeah, what's your guys' general thoughts on the the Arena Royale?
10 out of 10. That's how I'm gonna put it, honestly. Like I really have no complaints.
Anything you want to elaborate what you like about it a lot?
I just kind of like how it's everything. It's battle royale and it's arena. I mean, like, what is? It's kind of just that battle royale mentality we had before, but everything's faster. It's more condensed. It's with the addition of outskirts, it's even more hard leaning into that arena aspect because there's just more portals across the board. Um, Everything is just so much more smooth as well. Not even like performance wise. I think that the map boating is fun. Again, the addition of prox chat is definitely the biggest interactive thing that I think they could have ever done. It's the map voting in itself is very interactive.
Mhm.
The fact that you can beat each other up in that room, it's like that's another thing that's something that's really fun. So
I have yet to see. So in case you guys didn't, for those who doesn't know, the Gravitas does have a chance to spawn in the map voting area, and if you guys know what the Gravitas does, it can pull targets in, so you can actually manipulate the votes and bring more people on one map, and that map will get selected.
It's not that big of a deal,
I-
though. Like,
I
I've
would
only seen it happen in a clip, though.
I would love to
Yeah.
have the opportunity to try that out for myself, though. But I just have
It'd be
yet to
funny,
see a
though.
gravitas. Yeah, that'd be
It's hard to
hilarious.
find.
Fracture, you said? Okay, 1 second.
Yeah.
Let me grab a couple people.
Yes.
You can. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh,
yo.
you got the gravitas?
I do.
That's OP as fuck, bro. Bring it
Proto
here.
T?
Yeah, get him in here. Get rid of the.
Yup,
Get rid of the choice. Get rid of the choice. You don't get to
Illusion of
choose.
choice.
Anything.
Oh my
He's all
gosh.
pissed now.
Yeah.
I wonder if they like reduce the chances of getting the gravitas in.
They might had ever since that clip surfaced. Who knows? You got anything to say about Arena Royale, Nade?
Yeah. I think every single change that they made was a good one. It's all a step in the right direction. I think ultimately nobody was going to leave their existing BR experience to play Splitgate BR. And I think the devs like quickly realized that is they'll try it out, but ultimately Fortnite players are going back to Fortnite, PUBG players are going back to PUBG, and Warzone players will go back to Warzone. It needed to do something different. It needed to incorporate those arena elements, and that's like successfully what it's done. It might not be for everyone, and some people might look at it and go, 24 players, this isn't a battle royale, what's this? You know.
I've heard a lot of that.
The matches are 8 minutes long, what's this? Yeah.
Actually.
And then you got the
But-
other side who are like, it's too chaotic. It's too many people. It's like, well, it's still a Royale mode, so you need that chaos, you know?
Yeah. I think that it was a step in the right direction for like where the game wants to go. Instead of just copying other games that have these things and, you know, kind of like inserting them in, it's like it is a good balance of this, I was going to say trending genre, but BRs are like, the BR fad is gone now. Extraction is the new thing. But
Yeah.
like it's still it's a good way of blending that and the arena aspects of Splitgate. The only thing that I would like to see is that I don't know if everyone else feels the same way, but how most of my games go is nobody dies until like the very end. And then you've got the final hill, or maybe like the second to last hill. You look in the top right corner and there's still 6 teams alive. And everything happens in the space of like 4 minutes. And then,
Yeah.
you know, it's like
So
30 seconds, a team's dead. 30 seconds later, another team, another team. It
feel
feels
like
like
it's
the
not like
beginning
that
of the
anymore.
game isn't quite as intense, and then it just switches as soon as that zone comes in.
I feel like it's changed a bit. I think it's also part of the lobbies that me and Phoenix have been getting into because we've been playing a lot since it came out. A lot of the top 100 players have been 4-stacking a lot, and they will jump teams.
Yeah.
And now you're having these really good teams jumping other teams as soon as you drop in, and you're having 2 teams being eliminated within the first 30 seconds of dropping in. That's kind of what my experience has been now, and unless it's a lobby of where multiple teams are good, you might have only 4 teams left within the first minute of gameplay.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like I really enjoyed it at the start, but I feel like it's just gotten to this point where it's just way too sweaty now. Like all these top
I
players
think
are
that-
just stacking each other, and it just makes it a little bit unfun for me now for the current state. I mean,
It's gotten
I think that's
a
just
tiny
gonna.
bit better.
I think that's just a matter of time for it to change over time, where like
Yeah.
more players starts coming in, right? Or like maybe
Yeah.
those same players just ends up moving back to
Ranked.
playing ranked or arena. So but like the past, I would say the most recent days, like I just not have been enjoying it because how sweaty it is. But
So they added an anonymous mode with the last hotfix, and that was because of a request I asked for, because what was happening in a lot of my lobbies is a lot of these really good players, they know who we are as well because we play with them a lot, and sometimes they watch our content as well. And for them, it's fun to kill us. Like if you know someone you know in game, it's fun to go find them and kill them. It's it's part of the fun. But after a while, it almost feels like you're just being hunted at that point, and you can't even enjoy playing. So I've noticed with having anonymous mode on and turning prox chat off, I got hunted way less, and I was able to, when I needed to, I could dip out and recover my team, so I could then go back into fight. So I wasn't getting just completely hunted down as much.
On that note, Yurgy, I know I matched with you when I was partied up with Flixie and Croesus, and we felt so bad after that. Like, we hunted you so bad, and
I
Flixie
know
was
you
like,
guys did.
I feel so bad.
Because like I know Flixie hunted me because as soon as I heard it was Chrysos or Chrysos, I always forget how to say his name.
Croesus. Yeah.
Croesus, yeah. I heard him say it's Yurgy, and as soon as I heard that, I immediately tried portaling away as fast as I could. I thought I got away, but no, Flixie's right there on me. I'm like,
Yeah.
God damn it!
Yeah. I felt bad because I heard you just like
No,
yell,
it's
and I think I heard a desk slam. I was like, man, I kind of
it.
regret that now.
No, it like I can't even be mad because like I would do the same stuff when I see someone in game. I know it's like, hey, let's go
Yeah.
get them. It's just I had been solo queuing constantly that night trying to play, and that was happening so often. I was just done at that point. I'm like, I'm done with this. I'm done.
Yeah, totally fair.
All right. But yeah, I also enjoyed Arena Royale up to the point this the past few days. Again, I think it'll change once players, you know, end up coming to it, or switching to different modes. Maybe they don't want to stack as much. We'll see. But the next thing I wanted to discuss is I actually have where is it? Where did it go? The next thing I want to discuss is the newest map, Runway. Last podcast we talked about TriHard. I guess we'll talk about TriHard first. What's just guys just general thoughts of the map TriHard?
It should be a takedown map.
It's the smallest map we've gotten now for 4v4. And it's currently included with quick play, and it's actually also in ranked as well.
It definitely should not be in ranked, number one. And number two, I really think it should be a takedown map. I think the size would be still decent for takedown. It might be a little big.
Yeah.
But I feel like it might play better as a takedown map with how open it is.
Yo, Alejandro, thank you for the raid. Appreciate you. Let me go do a Particle.
Particle.
Okay.
Particle
and Particle raid.
Alejandro. What's
let me
up, the peeps?
We're getting the crew.
Let me do a shout out for you guys. I need to do shout outs more. Like, it's something I don't think about doing. But you know what? We're shouting out you guys. I shouted out NadeStraight pretty early, and we'll shout him out too. You all getting a shout out. You get a shout out. You get a shout out.
You get a shout out.
Oh wait, actually there's a minute 45 seconds cooldown for a shout out. Okay, well I'll get to you later, Gapargo. We'll shout you out later.
Famous. Everyone knows him.
Yeah. I think TriHard realistically is a concept map.
Yeah.
I've done a video on it, and I even noted in like NadeStraight's video that TriHard originally was just a concept map. It was the original design for Ozone. And while it's cool to see it come into Splitgate Arena Reloaded as like an official map, I think in the long run it doesn't meant to play as, an official map.
Did you guys know that Sam Malone actually originally made that map back in Halo? I forgot which Halos, either Reach or 5.
I wouldn't be surprised because
I'm pretty sure that's what I remember hearing.
I talked to Sam sometime before I think he got onto the team at 1047, and there was a culture behind a lot of their wording for like, maps and stuff. Like if there was a cool jump, they would always call it sweaty or something like that. There was always some sort of like term that they used. And it's very Sam, from as much as I have actually interacted with him, that of him calling a map TriHard, because they would always give maps code names, right? Like um whenever I was learning level design and I talked with Dyer for a little bit, who was also a level designer for a very short time with 1047, he would always name maps like really odd things. So one of his main maps that he was working for the Mythic game mode was called Templar 2. And the idea, it was always kind of that play on where's Templar 1 and where's Templar 3. It's like he would always kind of like make fun of it.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if it was a Halo 5 or Halo map at one point, but very much so, TriHard is definitely Sam Malone map just from the name alone. So
Yeah, I'm not sure how. I'm not sure if this is actually true or not, but I heard from one of Blaze's friends shortly after Hammerhead got added to the game, that apparently that map was also a work in development map that was originally worked on all the way back in like one of the Halo games. So who knows? Maybe there's a Hammerhead surface somewhere in one of the Halo games.
I
have no
generally
clue.
wouldn't be surprised,
I can see
because
that.
Blaze, Dyer, and Sam, which even who else was it? I'm forgetting his name now. Who was the 4th level designer? We had him on the podcast.
Death Star.
Death Star. Garrett.
Yeah, Death Star.
Yeah.
Yeah, Garrett. They're all Halo forgers at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
They
like
are.
you will see a ton of reused ideas from their
From
Halo
Halo.
works being pulled over into Splitgate, and it works.
Well,
like,
that's why
no one-
when people first pick up the game, they always feel like this feels like a little Halo-esque. That's because almost every single level designer that has worked on it started out in the Halo Forge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And then I gotta go share screen for this one.
Ooh,
I can't.
sharing my screen.
I won't be able to see I won't be able to see chat for a little bit while I do this whole share screen section.
I'll
so,
pull up chat. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Sorry, chat. You're going bye-bye for a little while.
Okay. And then I have to do. All right. That looks wrong. Hang on.
Split.
All right. There we go. All right. So we have our newest map, Runway, added into it. So let me go ahead and just let this video play out for itself here, so you guys can all see this little showcase that 1047 did.
I still haven't played this map in matchmaking.
So yeah, I have not played this map myself in matchmaking yet. But so in case you guys didn't know, this map was actually available for customs for a little bit, shortly before they officially made it available in quick play. And so this map is pretty I would say it's kind of confusing at times. When I first was like exploring around on the map and everything, I thought it was perhaps a like an ASIM map at first, but then I quickly discovered that it was not. It was actually a symmetrical map. So but yeah, there's a lot of like layers into it, I feel.
Well, this is a Blaze map, so it's gonna be a little complicated to learn at first.
Yeah.
You
But
know?
but out of all Blaze's maps, I feel like this might be one of his most complicated maps yet. and the arting is just very beautiful. Like I like the whole.
I'm excited.
I like the
Then-
whole like Japanese like theme that's going off the map, and the whole mall area in the middle. It's really cool. I'm not quite sure how I feel about the portal routing yet, because again, I gotta get to know the map, actually play it and quick play and stuff like that, and just just learn the map, right? And it's like
Yep.
same with
I know what you mean.
any map. All right, you have to play it first, get a general understanding before you start coming up with some conclusions for it. But yeah, what's Coma, Nade, what's your guys' thoughts on Runway?
I played it in custom games. I also haven't played it in matchmaking yet. But yeah, I played it in custom games to get some footage with a couple people and some bots, and I enjoyed it, especially the like the aesthetic of the map. I think is possibly my favorite in the game now, next to Abyss. I am a big Abyss lover.
Everyone loves
so
Abyss. Yeah.
yeah,
Abyss is great.
But,
Like Abyss, both like aesthetically and just gameplay wise, is one of the best maps, honestly.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I could see like Runway being up there. I enjoyed it when I played it. I also didn't realize it was symmetrical. I'm just learning that now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually good though. That to me is a sign of good level design when you can make a symmetrical map feel asymmetrical. That is
Yeah.
a sign of simple but complex design.
I think part of it
Yeah.
is that like they do the detailing of like decorations a bit different on the other side of the map. That just kind of like makes you.
That's smart.
It kind of makes you think it's like, oh, this is a completely new area of the map.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
doesn't feel anything like the others, so it gives that sense that it's asim, but pathways wise it is symmetrical.
No,
Yeah.
that's good to know because that should make callouts easier because then you can have unique landmarkers to make the callouts within the symmetrical map.
Mm.
Yeah, I think this is probably I haven't played it personally, but I did a little walkthrough for I think one of my videos, or maybe I didn't do that video. I didn't get around to doing it, but overall walking around the map is beautiful. I love the dart art that is on the wall. I think that was shown during that video you just showcased, Phoenix. Um, although I had to
Yeah.
laugh at the name Dart that's on the armor somewhere is actually flipped. So
Yeah.
the image is obviously inverted, I guess, in Unreal Engine.
Yeah, because it's symmetrical and they flipped the dart art one side to the other. It's just the wording is just all like flip. It's unreadable because it's backwards.
But like I really vibe with the map theme. I think the idea, for most people who don't know, it's inspired by Shinjuku, in Japan. So it's just an unbelievably like beautiful map just across the board.
Yeah.
I do think this is definitely going to be up there for top map for most of them. I need to play it more, but I got the general grasp of the layout, and yeah,
I would
I
like
like it.
to see a limited time mode where they do just that map
They did
24/7
so
for a bit.
so when it first
But-
came out, it was only for like I think like 2 days at most. I was like, shit, I wasn't playing during that time.
It needs to be for a week.
Yeah.
I don't think it was even for that long, because when they
It was
had
like
that
a
dev
couple
stream-
hours. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
a
it
couple
was- it
hours.
was for that dev stream.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
only during the dev
Yeah.
stream? I was
It was
watching
only
the
during
dev
the dev
stream
stream,
though.
yeah.
What the heck?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I
So-
think going forward, every time there's a new map released, there should be like the COD used to do this all the time. They'd have like Nuketown 24/7 as a playlist. Like that should be a
Yep.
thing. They should be at Runway
Yeah. It should.
24/7, and for a week straight you load in, and that's the only map you get.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
I
like,
agree.
because
if-
everyone wants
if
to
you don't do
try out the
that
new
and
map.
you load into a normal game, if you just click search on quick play and you search for all 12 modes that are in there, there's a chance that you play 5 matches in a row without getting Runway as your map.
Yeah.
Like
It's
you
very
might get
likely.
Abyss, then you might get
Yeah.
Zenith, then you might get
W-
whatever. Like
With how IQ too, like IQ maybe like 2 to 3 modes. I'll do classic arena, takedown, and then maybe team deathmatch or something like that, and that's all I queue. And now a third of my matches I'm getting takedown, which then takes me out of the arena poll too, and then I'll throw in an arena Royale match, so now I don't get. Now it's just hard to actually get in and try the map, which kind of sucks.
I guess while we're on that subject, we can also talk about how the custom maps they add in every week in rotation are also just very hard to discover because it's in that map pool and quick play. And I think there's also a very negative thing going on around online right now. And I think it's mainly because these players can't tell the difference of a custom map and a dev map right now while it's in that playlist. So
it's more than that. It's just that I really don't think that some people just don't want to play custom maps. They only want to play polished dev maps. So when they're forced to then play the custom map, they get really mean and toxic about it because they don't want to be playing it.
So maybe
I think at the end of the day, what we just need some sort of map voting. I think in the grand scheme of things, map voting is just kind of what we need.
Yeah.
You know, it's like if players don't want to play something or they want to play something specific, that's just what we need. I know we talked about this with God Particle and pitched ideas, so
I think they could just bring back like
Splitgate wanted.
I think they could just
pre-game lobby with it, yeah.
I think they could just bring back like the weekend like custom playlists too. Maybe that's only custom maps in it. Maybe like just having a return of that would be nice.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but Nade, I think you would only have the answer to this for me. But didn't Halo Infinite have a thing where you could disable what maps you could have enabled or whatever? You could filter. Is it game modes or was it maps?
It was game modes. It was the same way Splitgate does it. It was a match composer. Yeah.
So what I think would be a good idea is you make a playlist that switches between 24/7 of whatever the new map was, and that plays for the first week after it releases, and then we could switch that playlist to then a custom map playlist that people can select if they want to play on custom maps.
I also think that custom maps would be much more well received on modes that are inherently casual. So like your more fun like party style modes like gun game, or if they bring back Instagib, things like that, people would be much more accepting of custom maps.
Yes.
But if you put a custom map into classic like deathmatch, everyone's going to be like, why is this in here?
Or like domination or something like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Let me go on the next subject here. I got to go ahead and share my screen again. What's that?
We actually just got something from Cyber. They said, just wanted to pop in and say something about Hammerhead. It was actually pitched by our key artist Kaj and then polished by Blaze and possibly Sam. So the original idea was by Kaj. That's interesting.
Hell yeah,
that's cool.
that's
Thanks,
cool.
Cyber.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Thank you for pitching that up, Cyber. All right, so I guess this next topic is something that's actually still going on through the game right now. Is the
remainder of this week?
Yeah, the Teabag Takeover events. So let's just go let the video play again.
Nade.
Yeah.
Are you thirsty? Then take a sip of our new
great event, honestly. I think it even to me kind of topped the one in the chamber event for just how fun it was as a community to do. Like everyone was just going around teabagging everyone no matter what mode you were playing, and it was funny.
Yurgy, they can't understand the rules. They're talking over it. You're talking over it. Let's rewind.
I wasn't.
Let's rewind.
Kill. The rules are simple. Kill, crouch twice, confirmed. This fan favorite from the original Splitgate is live January 23rd to February 6th. Hope you've got some room for tea. So...
Alright, so yeah, what do you guys think of the Teabag event? I had a lot of fun with it. I don't think I enjoyed it as much as the one in the chamber event with the Mythic skin we had and everything, but It was nice to see
I-
this event come back, like this come back in like a
I'd
way
say-
with cosmetics rewards and everything.
Yeah,
So-
they were both good for their own reasons. I feel like the one in the chamber was cool because of the whole tried out the mythic skins. We of course got our one in the chamber game mode that we love. But the Teabag confirmed event, I felt like it made people interact with each other just more because you're having to go and teabag someone's body to get points, you know?
Yeah.
I also think that video that you just showed should have been in the game.
Yeah.
When you load into the game, like how the finals does it, when there's a new cosmetic or a new mode or a new map, you have to watch. Well, you can skip it, but like it automatically loads
Yes.
a video
Yeah.
when you launch the game that shows you what is new and
Yeah.
how to play that mode.
Yes.
Because I played Teabag Confirmed and it seems pretty simple, right? Teabag to confirm.
Yeah.
But I encountered several players who would play the game like it was deathmatch and didn't get a single confirm
Right.
because they didn't understand how to play it.
Yeah.
So next time there's a mode that might be a little bit confusing, let's just put the video in the game so everyone knows how to play it, like a
Even if
tutorial.
it doesn't seem confusing, just you gotta baby people because, like, honestly, I've noticed we get some younger kids who do try the game out, and it's like their first arena shooter they've ever played. They never played these modes before.
Yeah. This do something similar
think
to
some
like
of them
what the
as well.
finals did. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you launch the
I think
finals,
some
they
people.
always.
Go on, you go.
Sorry. So like when you launch the finals, they always like do like that little like movie thing, talk about their newest like updates, what changes they did to the World Tour game mode and things like that. And I think they could do something similar for Splitgate for, you know, the limited time game modes that goes in the rotations.
Yeah.
I forgot what I was gonna say now.
My bad.
No, I think I've got it. Yeah, so maybe I have forgot what I was gonna say. Crap.
No.
Do I need to take over until you remember?
I think I'll remember. I was talking about the teabagging confirmed. What was it?
That you got a lot of teammates.
Oh yeah, I've got it. What I was gonna say is, I think some people were just dealt a bad hand when they went in. So obviously, you load into Splitgate, right? By default, all of the modes are selected, aren't they? Until you manually go into what modes you want to search for and disable them. I bet a lot of people load in and click search immediately.
Yes.
And
they do.
Teabag Confirmed is in that list.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you search not knowing there's a new mode, and all of a sudden you're playing it and you have no idea what the rule set is.
From my understanding, new players load in, and the first message they see is sending them to the Splitgate Discord.
Yep.
So I feel like they should definitely switch that up. Don't have it the first message people see sending them to the Discord, because I feel like people who are on Discord, they'll be able to see the little newsletter scroll through the bottom left of the screen with like the Splitgate Discord. They'll find that, they'll click on it, and they'll come to the Discord.
I also think joining a Discord is something, as a developer, that's something you earn. That's not something you ask for when
Yeah.
someone first launches your game. That's something you ask for after they've played it for a few hours. You say, you're still here. You seem to be enjoying your experience. Join our
Come to-
Discord.
Yes.
Right.
The first thing popping up should be, like you said, some sort of video explaining either the game or the current mode, which would just help with onboarding a little bit more, I think.
Yeah. All right.
I don't think it's
So-
the perfect solution, but it definitely is like it helps step in the right direction at least.
Yeah. I did like Teabag Confirmed. Big fan of it coming back, and I was really surprised when I saw that video and I noticed it was the Teabags from Splitgate 1. They are literally exactly the same
Yep.
from Splitgate 1.
The same tags.
I love it. The rewards were good. I like the rewards. The one where, of course, you do the bag, and then, of course, the one with the cup. I had a bug, which I think I posted in the Architects chat, where I had the visual effects of the Oni gun on my hand, so it looks like I was dipping ethereal tea into a cup.
That's funny.
But I will say, I do wish that Teabag Confirmed had prox chat, because
A death
when you
proc chat.
either
death
death
prox
prox
chat.
chat or prox chat, I don't
I
really
think
care which
in
one.
Arena, the best way to go is a death prox chat, so you can hear a little bit of comms right after you get killed or you do kill, because that way it's
Yeah.
not too much.
But it's like, because in the grand scheme of things, the original idea of a teabag was to be toxic, right? Like that's kind of like what the original idea was. It's like, I'm
Well,
gonna
not
put my
toxic.
nuts, but you
Yeah.
get the idea, right?
Yeah,
It's to boil the water, really.
Yep.
And it's the idea of like, I'm gonna, BM you. And I think prox chat would have, helped that party vibe to some degree. It's
It
like,
would have. Definitely
I
would
think
have.
that could have been something they'd done.
Well, I think they could still add it too, to just the whole arena aspect. It's been such I think, a success in the Royale mode, because the way they did it, it's pretty easy to turn on and off. I don't think you start with it off, because I don't think it's immediately on, if I'm correct. I forget if that's immediately selected or not.
No, it's in. Well, like, are you talking about when you first boot up the game?
Yeah, when you first boot
I
up the
think
game,
I
I don't think
I
prox.
think it's on.
Okay.
It's on.
Well, it shouldn't be on at first. I don't think that should be something you have to manually go in and opt it in for, just because prox chat can get toxic at times.
Yeah.
It's prox chat, so you should have to opt in for it. But it's also easy to turn it off whenever too.
I know. But even before we had Teabag confirmed, right? For Splitgate Arena Reloaded, I was pitching this idea to the devs as like, hey, you know that whole comic relief fart noise you guys have when we occasionally crouch in game? It's like the rare occurrence you actually fart in game when you crouch, right? What if you incorporate that to the Teabag Confirm, where it's like you're always farting when you confirm your teabags or denying teabags? I think that will be very hilarious. I was sad to
If
see
you-
they did
Yeah,
not do that.
if you do tie it to the getting the confirms or denying them, I think it'd be an easier mechanic to add in where it wouldn't be spammed as much. That might be a good idea still.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that would
I
be
know.
very funny if they did that. Maybe when you guys bring it back for a second time for limited time, just think about that, right? So,
Yeah,
more
I
farts.
do hope it comes back anytime.
All right.
Whether or not that's with the new rewards or something, we'll see.
They should do stuff like that on April 1st. Yeah, that would be a funny April Fool's joke.
Yeah, I could see that happening.
Yeah. All right, let
Either
me.
that
For
or
April Fools, they should remove the portals from every mode and then add portals to the no portal mode.
All right. So
That would actually be funny. Just do it for like an hour.
all right. So once again, I am not gonna be able to see chat temporarily. So the next subject
Oh, fuck.
will be. Let me go ahead and close this out. Alright, so we had a new Mythic bundle skin, a new Mythic character bundle skin, and a weapon character skin. So let's first let the video play out for the character skin here. It's called the Gamer Girl. I think the weapon bundle itself is like called like 8-bit or something like that too. But yeah, let's let it play out here. So yeah, I really like the general theme of this skin, and then this is some video footage of showing off the the guns, like on their animations. So yeah, let me go ahead and start with the first video here.
Yeah, I really dig these skins. They
So,
are.
yeah, this is the assault rifle, or is this SMG? I think this might be the SMG.
This is the
Testing.
sprinter.
Yeah, okay.
That's a sprinter.
And this
I'm
is
not
the
gonna lie.
carbine. I like the whole like combos it does when you get kills.
Yeah.
This
And this
was
is the
actually
LMG.
the one bundle I did not buy. I got the emote though. Yeah. No.
Look, there's
it's
a
not my
code
style.
on it.
It looks cool.
Yeah. I love the inspect of the LMG, where it starts like freaking out, bugging out.
Yeah. And then this
But I
is
really
the,
dig these.
Which gun is this? Is this the carbine?
This is the sprinter again, but this is the one where they're inspecting it and it's
Oh,
flipping through the variants.
Oh yeah, they're swapping the different variants. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so it goes
that's
from the gray, like
that's really cool.
NES,
Honestly,
Horizon.
if I had the money, I would want to buy either this weapon bundle or the carrier bundle. I think this is I think this is my favorite Mythic bundles they have included yet in the game. It's just more my style with the whole like retro stuff they got going on. And yeah, really cool. You guys got anything to add on that?
I thought the emote was the coolest part, honestly. I like the emote where they they drop onto the chair and it's like they're like playing it and then they get mad and then like throw it. I don't know.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
It was cool.
And then let's go.
I think
Okay.
this.
What did you say?
I was going to say that out of all the skins I've seen so far, this was my second favorite bundle.
What's your
My favorite is not in the game yet. I don't think we can say.
Oh. So he
that's fine,
knows.
but
he knows the
it's-
juicy on release.
I've there's a file on my PC which is
Oh,
called
boy.
Splitgate All Skins.
Okay.
Really?
Some people would love to have that file, but if I release it, I might be murdered.
You'll get
So-
murdered by the 1047 ninjas. Okay.
But I did indeed save footage of all the skins, so I know what's upcoming, so I can use my split coin very strategically. And there is I guess the name doesn't matter, but that I think.
I wouldn't say
when
anything.
we well, the one that I mentioned when we were playing the creator event, and I was asking if it had been released yet, because it says released in season 0, but I've never seen it
Right.
before. So I asked, like, hey, is this released? It says released in season 0. And QWERTY was like, I'm not 100% sure. I don't think that actually launched.
Yeah.
So if you remember that one, that's the one I'm waiting for.
I assume if it's
Oh.
something that wasn't released but says it was released in season 0, maybe it was like a skin that was meant to be released in season 0, but because of all the feedback they got and then all the negativity they had for Splitgate 2, it just ended up getting either scrapped or possibly delayed to like maybe a future release.
I think a
happen.
lot of stuff got delayed.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I'm
'cause they
hoping it's
wanted to
delayed and not
save it.
scrapped.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like they wanted to save as much content for when they were ready to actually push forward with the game, and that's why we're getting so much content now.
Mm-hmm. So this next thing is the January 30th hotfix patch notes. So this is literally yesterday. Some general stuff, but like there's two main things I thought was pretty big that they included in this, and Yurgy's already enjoying one of the features. Like he's been talking about one of these features they added in, and that was the ability to go anonymous. So there's an actual like in-game anonymous mode now. So like players are not gonna know who you are if you have it selected on. You want
for
to
the
comment on
average
that,
player,
Yurgy?
it's not really. For the average player, it means nothing at all. But for people who play the game a lot at higher level, or they make content for the game, and they have to deal with just being spotted a lot and noticed. Normal arena modes, it doesn't matter because it's such a tight and fast-paced game where you're not going to be targeting people as much. But in the Arena Royale mode, you can easily get targeted by up to 2 to 3 teams.
And
So it's nice to not get targeted.
Yeah.
And this next thing, I'd say it's probably very big for me, for someone who likes to host lab customs in the SGA Discord every other week, is the fixed text chat blocking you from clicking the map button in custom lobbies. So basically, anytime you're done with that current match, the chat history just pops up. It doesn't even matter if no one typed in the chat or anything. It pops up, and basically what happens is it gets in the way of the map button, like you clicking on it, so you can't actually change the next map until maybe 5 to 10 seconds later. But yeah, this builds up and it was pretty annoying. I didn't give my feedback on this, but I guess other people have, or maybe devs noticed it through themselves, like Rod hosting custom lobbies for his parkour maps. Maybe he noticed this and maybe he pitched that feedback, and then that got pushed forward. Who knows? But hey, it's fixed, so we don't have to worry about that being the way anymore. So very nice. And then
Yeah.
So there was also discussion about ranks being changed each month to keep it fresh without splitting the player base. So there was a form to fill out. I think this form is probably closed at this point, because now there's a new form. So we'll go over here, where you basically can decide. So for context, ranked takedown is the next rank mode that's going to be in rotation. It got 49.5% of the players voted for. And so now we're deciding to actually, did I vote on this forum already? Yeah, let's go ahead and edit my response. So what's being debated right now is would you like to see even starts or loadouts for takedown? And if we do even starts, would you like to see carbine AR or carbine pistol? So let me just go ahead and submit that again so it gets saved. So
the only correct answer is even starts with carbines and pistols. I'm sorry.
Yurgy's not even up for debate. He's not even up for debate. He's like,
it's not really up for
right
debate.
answer.
Like, everyone I talk to and have talked to, unless they don't really play comp a lot, kind of says the same thing. They want even starts with carbines and pistols.
Yeah.
I agree, because I feel like I voted for that. I voted for, well, I didn't vote for Takedown, but I voted for Classic Arena, even starts, no loadouts, because that is the closest thing to the Splitgate 1 ranked experience. And I feel like that is the most competitive Splitgate has ever been. I feel like starting with automatics is inherently not competitive at all. When Halo started with the assault rifle, like their entire community was like, "No, get rid of this. Like, we're not doing AR starts in HCS. Like, what is this?"
Yeah,
Splitgate
that's why,
should be the same.
Yeah,
like
loadouts ruined that. You can just spawn with a SMG or a burst rifle. It's just not good.
Yeah,
my
precision
only thing...
weaponry is that is what is inherently competitive. Like being able to hit your shots with a precision weapon that fires every time you click the trigger, that is competitive.
Yep. Phoenix?
Yeah, so my only thing is that we currently do have so much weapons in the game that's just not being used up in the classic rule set. Now, I have a couple pitches that would still make it even starts, right? One idea I had was not like a voting system for like which factions, but instead like maybe every time you load up in the classic it has a random chance to choose between arrows, Sabras, or Meridian weapons for your loadouts, and same with the pickups, right? I think that's something they can maybe do to, expand the arsenal that shows up in Classic, because there's so many weapons not being used. People are buying skins for the game they just can't even use in the Classic mode as well, because again, it's only arrows. You only see arrows weapons in Classic right now. And I think I had another idea what they could maybe do for it, but I just can't think of the top of my head. But that was the main thing.
It's kind of similar
I
to
thought
what
that maybe you could do.
Halo did something really similar to this. Again, back to Halo, but
Mhm.
Halo for a while had a mode called Covenant Slayer, and it made
Yeah.
it so that every weapon on the map was switched out from its UNSC version to its Covenant version. You could have the same. You could have Meridian Slayer, Sabrask Slayer, Eros Slayer,
Yeah.
and it would rotate those weapons with the said faction.
Right. And I think go ahead, Yurgy, while I try to remember what I was gonna say.
My thought initially to this is it could work for the 4v4s I could see, just not in Takedown. I don't see it working in Takedown. I feel like Takedown has to stick as close to the SG1 formula, which is arrows guns. But I could see it working in the 4v4s though.
And I've been hold on, just before I forget what I was gonna say again.
Go for it. Go for it.
So
Go for it.
So I've been hearing talks that people just do not like the Classic loadouts when you have 0 mods attached to your weapons. So I think what they should do is wherever that gets decided, carbine pistol or carbine AR, whatever, right? They should have the mods attached right off the get-go for those guns. And if it is pistol, let's say it is pistol secondary, right? They can include the AR spawns on the Takedown maps, because currently the Takedown maps for Classic is only pulse rifles, sprinter, and some of them has sniper. Actually, I think all of them has sniper.
Yeah, it's sniper, sprinter, and pulse rifle.
Yeah.
The only thing that changes is the number of sprinters on the map.
So I think what they could do is, I feel like probably pistol might be most popular, but we don't know for sure. But if pistol does get picking, just have AR pickups on the Takedown maps, and then that way you can expand the arsenal a little bit more at least, or it's not just like, oh, I only have carbine, pistol, burst, SMG, and a sniper, right? Bring the AR somewhere as well. And AR was also ranked in Splitgate 1 as well. It was just a pickup, right? So just bring that pickup option back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My only problem with giving your starting weapons all the attachments is it does devalue the pickups around the maps that have all the attachments on them. So any weapon you pick up off the ground has all the attachments on it. I could see with rank though, if you're starting with just a carbine and a pistol though, most comp players are never going to get rid of their carbine. They're just going to swap out their pistol for whatever pickup they get anyways. So maybe that still works.
I think the meta actually right now is burst rifles, because there's no damage fall off. I think they might want to swap it for a burst, and then maybe their secondary they can have a power weapon, SMG or AR when they pick that up.
The meta actually is one person swaps and gets the SMG while another teammate gets rid of their AR for a pulse, unless they're not comfortable with their shots, then they get rid of their carbine.
I'm not no top player by any means, so I'll let the top players discuss what is the meta, but
I think an idea that I would like to see is like static loadouts. Like we can make the weapons random, but have loadouts of, Eros, Sabrask. The loadout system was already in the game. Why not turn it into a case of like Halo Reach, where you have a choice between what weapons you want to run.
I would be fine with that
Exactly,
idea,
it's a
but
meta.
I see a lot of people argue. Then it's like, oh, then that's not even starts. Then at that point, you are basically just selecting different kind of loadouts, from that point from other people. Yeah.
But it would be to the point where you don't have perks, you don't have anything like that. You're just still going to be stuck with Sabrask carbine, Sabrask pistol, Meridian carbine and pistol. It still even starts. Everyone still starts with the same weapon choices.
So
Yeah.
It's just the weapons have different trade-offs.
Well, that creates the meta, though. That right there is the meta. People are going to gravitate to one thing.
Yeah.
I mean, sure. I mean, you could see it that way, but especially in like, I think it should be more implemented into like a casual mode than I think like in a ranked. Because I agree, I think ranked should be equal across the board, right?
Casual modes is a different discussion in my eyes.
Yeah,
like we
I
can
agree.
do all these different things in casual modes because there isn't that high competitive. We're trying to test our skills. Where in ranked it really has to be we all start with the same exact weapon and the only other weapons we pick up are on the map. Now we can argue on, do we do like we talked about before where it's random, do we get Arrows, Meridian, or Sabrask in the match? That's a fair argument. Like I don't really know the answer to that one, but I don't think the answer for ranked is being able to pick anything. You don't pick. You just get what you get.
I still would like to see a scenario. We discussed this with Akubo when he was on our podcast. I would like to see them eventually do the whole predetermined loadouts for like a game mode, or like the game mode is not like, it doesn't have your loadouts. It's not even starts, but it has a list, like let's say there's 5 different loadouts to pick from. That's, within the game mode itself that you can select from. I mean, I think maybe they could actually just experiment with that idea for instead of like maybe classic for ranked, because I feel like classic is in this situation where I feel like it's too limiting, where people want to see a little bit more with it at the very least. And then loadouts is just too much noise for a ranked setting. So I feel like I feel like there needs to be a in between of classic and loadouts.
I think in the grand scheme of things, loadouts just need to be more restricted when it comes down to ranked. Like I don't think like shotguns should really be in ranked. That's not something that we need to see in ranked. I think Splitgate 2 kind of, showed us that sort of stuff, that was going on with that. So, I don't know. Something they have to play with a bit more.
Sabrask wall shotgun.
What an era, am I right?
Yo, you guys missed the smart wall.
Nades too.
You all enjoy this? You all missed the smart wall, man? Dude, that was my favorite.
The only thing I miss from Splitgate 2 was the time dome. I missed the time dome.
Yeah, time dome was cool.
I hated the time dome. The time dome was literally, because what would happen a lot in like high skill interactions, the person who was using the time dome would get you to chase them, and they'd hide in a corner, throw it on them, and then just mow you down as you turn the corner. It was the most unsatisfying interaction to go against. It was infuriating. That's my personal
the time
interaction.
dome is like a on-map pickup, like how the hypersite works.
Oh yeah,
that'd be kind of cool.
That I could get along with that.
How will you move it though? Because you can't be. They will have to like incorporate it in a way where you can throw it.
Buff.
Oh, a buff.
I was about to say it could just be a player buff. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
It just speeds up everything. Well, because like it would be set apart differently from Rush, because Rush increases your movement speed, your reload speed, your velocity too.
It increases the health regen too.
Regen delay.
I don't think it. I don't think it makes your weapon shoot faster. So maybe.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, I think they could maybe do something that shoots faster. Yeah.
Yeah. But if you had the time dome, it would be a speed boost along with a reload boost, but it would increase your bullets. That would be the only thing that sets it apart. So
Yeah.
it would be different, you know.
Right.
Didn't the time zone also made enemies slower, right?
Yeah,
Yes, it did.
it was in the
So the
range
only
of
way to
enemies.
do that would be
yeah.
like, if it was a pickup, the way I would see doing it is like the player would have some kind of like, I guess, orb around them. And if you stepped into that zone, the effects would then be applied to your player. So if you were an enemy
Yeah.
and you stepped within this zone, then you shoot slower.
That might
Or if you had
be.
some
Some
teammates
sort of
step into that zone, they
It
shoot
might.
faster.
Yeah.
It might be
Yeah.
too much for visuals, though. I think alternative
Yeah.
what they could maybe do is like maybe while the player is shooting the other player with the time dome ability pickup, is that maybe maybe if they get shot at from the time dome player, then their fire rates will get decreased as soon as they
I
get
think
shot
we're
at.
overlooking a design of the phase rush, because doesn't phase rush speed you up and you're shooting?
I don't think it speeds up fire rate. We talked about that.
No,
Okay.
it doesn't.
Yeah.
It
I
doesn't
thought
have
it
a
did.
fire rate buff.
Right.
It's
Okay.
reload, sprint, velocity,
And health
the health
regen.
regen.
Yeah. Okay.
It does a lot of things, but fire rate ain't one.
Not actual
Yeah.
fire rate. Okay.
Right.
I thought it did. My bad.
Okay.
No, you're good.
All right. So Yurgy mentioned something that was on our minds as well. Different takedown maps for like. You're talking about just like different
Not
style,
different-
right?
Like updating the art style of the takedown maps. Because I just feel like
Oh, you want the current
What we
takedown
have-
maps updated?
yeah, the current ones I want
Okay. Yeah.
updated,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then like have that being the style moving forward with new ones as well, because
Yeah.
I feel like the style they're using right now, it just isn't it. No one in the community is enjoying it. The maps are unreadable, no matter how naturally readable the maps would be. The art design ruins it. The art design ruins the maps completely.
Well, it's like
And-
what they said. They it wasn't even like a planned feature they were gonna include at launch. It was just something they thought of like really quickly. So I think
Yeah.
actually having more love and maybe just different design could like help out bring more life back to Takedown. And then
Yeah.
I mean, if they want to make it
Ev-
still the same art style, like again, I want to see new Takedown maps of different art style. That's just not sim. Just do something different.
That's fine. But I don't know how much resources they want to put into their takedown maps. I'm okay with it still being a little bit more simplistic. It just needs to be, if it were to look like TriHard does, I feel like that art style shouldn't be too hard to match.
Mhm.
And it would work with takedown, making it readable and making it more enjoyable to play.
Do you guys hear that cat crying in the background?
No,
No.
Discord is
Okay,
doing its
good,
job.
good. All right. So yeah, is
I
there...
also think that, as I said on the break, doing them like the TriHard aesthetic could work, but also the Splitgate 1 aesthetic would work as well.
I agree.
Like
yeah,
that aesthetic was just like white and gray metal with blue and red accents, and you could still tell if you were on blue side or red side of the maps, even though the majority of
Yes.
the map was
Right.
white. Like it's still readable on what side you're on. It's still possible to make call outs, whereas in the new ones, like we've said, they look like blockouts, and it is very hard to distinguish where you are on the map.
yes.
So yeah, I think that could be another way of
Yeah.
doing it. I also think that obviously they want to keep the same aesthetic for every map. Like they would keep
Yes.
a theme for Takedown. So ideally, what you need is some like if you do change it, you need some modular assets that you keep reusing, and then just like you use the same wall model, the same floor models, the same like you've like pillars and struts and things. Just reuse the same assets, but change the layout, and that could be like the
Yes.
quick way of redesigning the maps. Because if you wanted to, using like a modular asset pack, you could probably bash out like a couple of maps a week in that style. So
Yeah.
a month of work, they could probably redesign like all of
That's-
the takedown maps.
Kind of what Blaze did with all the Splitgate 1 takedown maps. He went on a little bender and he did them all within like a couple months, I think.
I
Yeah.
think in the grand scheme of things, when it comes down to the takedown maps, they are almost just kind of side projects for the level designers.
They are. Yeah.
Well, initially, I would say the first few simulation maps we got for Splitgate 2 were originally like, we need this and we need to make something for it. But like now it feels like it's more of a side thing because when we got Anomaly and I think Hectic, we really didn't
Yep.
know they were even like in the game until the game got released.
Yeah.
So we were, or at least Hectic, I believe, because Anomaly came later, and there
Yeah.
wasn't even an announcement for that.
Both Hectic and Anomaly was not in like the first state of Takedown. Both of those got released later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
it definitely
do
was more of a side thing for him.
remember some announcement. It just wasn't a big one. It was a very like side note. You're also gonna get this. But yeah, no, I understand why we're at the state we are with Takedown. I just hope they understand that the community loves Takedown and wants to see more love given to it.
I think that if they are going to art them with a unique art style, any assets that we do get for those takedown maps need to be put in the map creator. So players who make custom sim maps can also match that same art style as well.
Yeah.
I think
So-
that's a big pain point for a lot of the map creator now, that like we see Ozone, we see Frontier, we see like Meridian maps, but we actually can't use any like major doorways, walls, any aesthetics from those maps besides like, I don't know, decals and
Didn't they
benches
just
and stuff like
add
that.
Inferno assets with one of the bigger updates?
Yeah, they did.
Yes, but it's only like lava, rocks, terrain. But I really want like the stuff that make the buildings with, right? Like I feel like
Actual
that's like the
base
big key,
building and
like
stuff,
actual
yeah.
bases. Like,
Oh, you want
if we could
you
get
want to build
like,
sim maps of those? That'll be cool.
yeah, because
like,
like think
takedown
about
maps
it, like
of
there are
that?
already assets that they're using internally for those maps, right? Why not
Right.
just pull them straight to the map creator?
I
Because
th-
realistically, that's what Halo did, right?
I
Like
think they're
anything that was
pretty-
in, you know,
I think they're pretty similar to the TriHard art style too. Like Nate said, like
yeah.
seeing sim maps with like the TriHard art style, I think could be pretty cool too. And also it shows the colors of each different side too. It's not just all one color.
I think at the end of the day, simulation maps just need that color identification, right? It's like,
Yeah.
I die on one side of Charlie. Well, I don't know which side of Charlie I'm actually on.
Right.
On me, I guess, you know, that's the usual call out, but
Yeah, on my ex, on my ex.
yeah, on my ex, yeah. So, you know,
Do we
know. Definitely they need to do something about it.
do we want to start closing this out and
Yeah.
do our big review
Yeah,
here?
Let's go into our big
Yeah.
announcement.
All right,
I think it's time to finally close out.
So I think how I want to do this is, let me just do a different scene real quick. Hold on, I gotta go in studio mode.
Studio mode.
Yeah, and what we're gonna do is I just want to show off Zeus, the trailer itself for you guys. All right. All right, let's all enjoy the show here. Okay, so this is a big review. This is what we've been working on for, I think like very hard the past month, right? We're finally down to this moment. All right, here you go, guys. All right, and that is the Takedown tournament trailer. So yeah, what do you guys think?
I think that turned out great.
Yeah, that was pretty cool trailer. I like Core's Echo art design. Honestly, I feel like that map turned out really cool.
Yeah, it's very simple.
Yeah, so
love it though.
So what this means is that once this podcast is over, we're finally doing signups in the Discord. And then throughout the remaining of this first week, we're gonna, try to come up ways to promote it on Twitter.
I'm gonna promote it to everyone and anyone I can.
Yeah,
in any way.
yeah, we're gonna promote it. We're gonna promote it right away. But we want to create like things like graphics. We want to create like things like videos and stuff for the maps.
I wanted to wait
Twitter,
until we were ready for signups too before I started pushing it to people.
Right. So yeah, but Yurgy, Hunter Killer, God Particle, and Tony is my baby. Like all four of them, they all each contribute $100 to the prize pool. So, it's thanks to them guys that like we actually have something to compete for. So.
I will also say, while we are here, if anyone else does want to help contribute to the prize pool before the tournament starts, reach out to Code Phoenix because he is handling all of that. We're happy with what we have now, but again, if anyone does want to increase that to help bring in more players, hey, we'd be happy.
And if you guys want to rewatch that, that's on our YouTube channel on Splitgate Architects YouTube account. So it's up there anytime you want to rewatch that. Both I and Core worked on. Well, Core helped me with the finishing polish. He did the intro, outro, and the text. I did all the other footage stuff. But yeah, that took us quite a long time. So. I hope you guys enjoy that. And Wake Forest, the guy who does remix of Splitgate music, he's the one that produced that remix for us. So that was really cool for him to do that for us. So thank you, Wake Forest, if you're watching. That was really banger of song. I tend to listen to it on replay quite a bit. So So yeah. All right.
Yeah. So. Anyone who's watching, if you're interested in signing up for the tournament, if you're going solo, duo, or you have a stack with 3, the sign up sheets, I'm pretty sure, Phoenix, they're going to be live on our Discord, correct?
Yeah, it's as soon as we're done with the podcast, I'm going to make an announcement, and it's going to be within the Discord, so you can go ahead and get ready, form your teams, and sign up.
You gotta compete, Nade. Maybe you can win another one.
A link to the Discord for Twitch?
So we do.
I'm not too good at Takedown. I'm not sure.
So if you guys
put the link in chat.
If you guys are not already in the Discord server, that is our Discord link. Splitgate Architects, and then we'll have again. I'll have the signups available there. So.
Yep, and if you're watching on YouTube later on, we'll probably put the Discord link in the YouTube description as well.
Mm-hmm.